What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kind of Funny Morning Show for Wednesday, July 19th, 2017. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the pure one, Tim Geddes.
Let Tim host.
Is this a new shirt?
No, it's not new.
Do you wear it often? I just don't feel like I see it.
It's in my monthly rotation.
Oh.
Not a weekly, not even a bi-weekly.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
It's my boys, the Cunning Linguists.
Oh, I've heard of them, Tone
Yeah.
Deaf.
Friends of Tone Deaf.
No, they're all just related to Q15 in some way.
Yeah.
Some
well,
way,
they are.
shape, or form, that's where it is.
They are.
Q15, that's what I said. Thank you very much.
I hate
Q15.
it. God, I hate you all.
What
I
is
hate
it,
you all.
Q105?
Why do you hate me?
QN5.
QN5.
I'm correcting him. Why
The
do you
problem
hate
for
me?
me
I
is
love
that it
you.
sounds so much like Chicago's Q101.
Wait, hold on a
That
second.
is the
just
problem.
can't. I
Tim,
can't
can you
do
say
it.
that one more time?
What?
Never mind.
I don't remember what I said, but I don't have a problem with you.
You said I love you,
I do love you.
and it was nice.
Everyone
I do.
knows that.
I do.
Everyone knows you love
I
Kevin.
don't love his new blowtorch. And by don't love, I mean I don't love it right now. I will love it inevitably when I need it in my life.
Yeah. I'm making
But
a
at
steak
all
one of these
times that I
days.
don't need Kevin having a blowtorch,
Yeah.
I really don't need it. Have you seen this?
Oh yeah, his new sous vide.
It's so good.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Well, it's like so the sous vide is the water bath thing.
Sure.
The blowtorch is to cook the meat afterwards. Maybe I bring some steaks on Sunday in my little sous vide machine.
We're doing a stream all day on Sunday. If you didn't know, getting ready for Kind of Funny Live 3's release.
Hell yeah, we are.
How you doing, Tim?
I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah?
Little known fact that people that don't know this: the show's not done yet. I'm still editing it.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
We've said
think-
that. We said that. I
We've-
think.
I think we've said the opposite. I think multiple times you said it's done.
Me?
You, Greg. Yeah, you have.
No.
You definitely said it's
I
done.
remember
maybe
Nick
as a
saying
joke.
that and you correcting him.
Whatever. It is not done, but it will be done.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just means I have not been sleeping, but it's okay. It's looking damn good. I keep getting so excited and going back and watching parts, which is a good sign. It means it's fun. It means it's entertaining.
Good,
it
I'm
means
glad.
that Sunday is going to be a
How
damn
close to
good
being
day.
done are you right now with the edit?
Not close.
No.
Not close
Where
at
did you
all.
leave off? Are you doing?
I would say that I
chronologically?
am 75% done.
At what point do you start panicking? Because hasn't it taken you like 3 weeks to get to 75%?
Yeah, but the
Maybe
thing
even
is, I
longer?
have now 3 days. I'm not coming in tomorrow or the next day. I have a Michelle
Saturday.
Branch concert.
Michelle Branch
Friday
concert
night.
Friday night.
You
That's
excited
the
about
only
that
thing
shit?
taking me away.
I hear
Oh,
Greg
yeah.
Miller's super excited.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, you are.
I'm trying. Oh, I can't do it anymore, can I? Fuck.
Do what?
K-Fog is doing a
My
like
mom's favorite radio
a
station.
very small, intimate Michelle Branch concert at like noon on Friday that I was
Yeah.
trying to weasel my way into. Of
course you did.
I still guess I could. I could weasel my way in, and then just get somebody else to do Games Daily.
Yeah.
And then I would just have to put my VO stuff I have to do at the back of the day.
Yeah.
I still could. K-Fog, if you're
I-
listening, I'm still interested in coming.
I don't know if we have anyone else to do it. Like, we haven't planned for that.
You see these guns though?
Hell yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Tim
Yeah,
Flex.
I just saw it when you were like, I was like, whoa,
The
shit.
definition. It's all the wings they eat. That's
Yeah,
what
it's
does
not
it.
deaf.
That's what gets it going. If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Kind of Funny Morning Show each and every weekday here on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames. We run you through the nerdy things we want to talk about. Before jumping into the chat to answer your questions, comments, and concerns, we give away a video game each and every day. It helps if you subscribe. If you subscribe to us on Patreon, there's a million ways to do it. It's Wednesday. It means we're talking about comic books. Hopefully you all read Deadly Class. We'll get to that in a bit.
Volume 1.
Run through what's happening over on the pull list and all that jazz. But first, let's jump in to the nerdy news Tim has assembled for us to talk about. The first story comes from the LA Times.
Yes,
Over
it
there,
does.
Star Wars. Oh, I got an ad. Over there, Star Wars, Rian Johnson on crafting the crawl for Last Jedi.
Ryan Johnson.
Really?
It is
Yeah.
Ryan Johnson.
Quick aside. If you're at home right now and you're gonna have a kid, just spell their fucking name a normal way. Well, I'll put an the Y's played out. I'll put an I in there. I'll ruin this fucker's life the rest of it. If it's a last name that's all fucked up, I get it. Okay, that's it's fucking culture and you can't get away from it. This you chose. You put this on somebody, and don't tell me maybe the grandfather was named Ryan like this. Great. It's now it's 2017. I'm assuming this is him here. Mm-hmm. First off, hold on. Let's take another side branch on this side branch.
Yeah.
Meredith Werner went to school with her. Know her well.
Really?
Dude, yeah, journalism grad right there.
What?
Do you think she chose the picture? Because
No, I guarantee she didn't chose the
Yeah.
picture. That's not how that works at all.
Yeah.
That's a terrible picture, of course.
Yeah.
But it's actually got some context to it because Meredith is interviewing her apparently, And so this is just, they screen capped out of the LA Times for whatever.
Interesting.
But again, back to the main branch of the side note we're on here. Fucking, 30 years ago, 30 years ago, you still could have spelled this guy's name, the Ryan with a Y, and everybody would have been like, you're honoring your grandfather. Mm-hmm. Instead, you did it like this, and now I'm reading it like a fucking idiot.
Oh, it's not your fault.
So
I
again,
don't blame
Rian
you.
Johnson.
So, but here's the thing.
Didn't
though,
want his
Greg.
name like that? Too fucking bad. That's what his mom gave him. What do you got?
I've been dealing with a lot of this recently because we work with a lot of Zachs. We have
do.
Zach Wenzel, who
Yeah.
does the
Who
doodles.
is the weirdest
we have
spelling
Yeah.
name?
Zach Silver, who does all of our logo designs and some t-shirt stuff.
Right.
And then there's Zach Boone, who was one of my sales buddies over at Rooster
Sure.
Teeth. Trying to
Zach
one
Ryan
is
over at IGN's ruining it.
Z-A-C-K.
Yeah.
One is Z-A-C-H. And then Zach Wenzel is Z-A-Q-K.
Is there a
No,
K?
QC.
No.
Z-A-Q-C.
Is it Z-A-C-Q?
I thought it's Z-A-C-Q. I'm looking it up.
I'm on it. Z-A...
Can we call him Funny Zach?
Z-A-C-Q.
'Cause he's really funny.
Wednesday.
Z-A-C-Q. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a lot, man.
This is it.
Sending my emails, I'm like, I'm fucking confused.
Right. And this
Too
is
many Zachs.
Too many
spelling.
Zachs for sure. Too many Zach spelling. It's just we've gotten to a point where we're all, and this is us as human people, as American people, we're too stubborn and set in our ways to just admit something's wrong. Clearly, every day,
Zach with the Q is Canadian.
Ryan signs
Oh, so
a
is
fucking
Silver.
check or logs into Twitter and he looks at his name and he's like, oh, this is bad.
Someone in the chat, and I can't fucking say M15 Anthrope, says Brian and then cut off the B, Ryan. Suddenly he's making a lot of sense. You know what I mean?
Sure.
That guy's making a lot of sense.
He is making
Sure.
a lot of sense, but some people spell the name B-R-Y-A-N.
Sure. That's
I
I once grew up with a kid that was B-R-Y-O-N.
Yeah.
He got
Yeah.
teased a lot, and in his later years, changed his name to B-R-Y-A-N.
Really?
So,
Somebody
There
actually
you go.
realized that, hey, I
Yeah.
can fix this. I don't have to buckle under years of generations and bullshit like this. It's like all the people out there right now who are named Greg and spell it with 2 G's.
That's not a thing.
Why are
I
you
know.
wasting your time in the ink?
Good
Why are you wasting
Lord.
your time in the ink? There's no reason. There's
Greg
no
with 3
reason.
G's, 2 G's at the end.
Good point.
Yeah.
All right. I think people understood what I was driving.
I
at
get it.
there.
I want because I know the chat's about to blow up.
Missoula
Ooh.
Meredith writes, Star Wars canon dictates that all episodic films in the Lucasfilm franchise must begin with 4 things. First, the intro, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. And then the Star Wars logo, accompanied by John Williams' bombastic score, and finally the crawl. As if gliding through the space itself, a collection of carefully crafted bright yellow words float upward across the screen, explaining what has happened and setting the stage for the upcoming action. The writing sets the tone. In The Empire Strikes Back, for
We can jump
example,
forward.
thank you very much.
We can
I
jump
didn't
forward.
read this.
Sorry,
you
sorry.
tossed
Yeah,
me in
yeah,
here
yeah.
blind.
Yeah,
You
I know.
assemble the morning show stories.
Yes.
I gotta come in here and deal with some fucking jackanape over there who's fucking calling himself Ryan and spelling it like an idiot.
At Disney's recent D23 Expo in Anaheim, Johnson presented a behind-the-scenes sneak peek of The Last Jedi to a cheering crowd of thousands. Afterward, we asked Johnson about the pressure of creating the perfect crawl, which is something I've thought about a lot, Greg.
Sure.
Out of making the movie, sure, that's one thing. But those fucking words,
Sure.
I don't want that pressure. Do you want that pressure, Kevin?
No.
Really?
That seems like a lot to handle.
Yeah.
It's super simple. You just get out the most important. It's like writing a news story. Most important facts first, all right?
Well,
Star
you're a
Wars,
trained
The Last
journalist.
Jedi. Remember and all that shit happens. Episode 9 or whatever the fuck it is, and it starts crawling it up, and it just goes, "Listen, there's no Watto in this movie, and we're not going to mention metachlorians."
Don't wanna bury the
Luke's
lead.
been on a fucking rock forever, not eating. He could have saved the day a long time ago, but he's a fucking pussy. All your heroes suck.
So what Ryan actually said was, that was petrifying. Actually, I just did it. I just started writing the draft. I wrote something and it was terrible. And then I was watching one of the behind the scenes things and Lucas said, it's like writing a haiku. I realized as I was refining it what he meant. We didn't finish the opening crawl and totally lock it until a few weeks ago, actually. Because you're like, do we need this word? Do we need that word? What if we shift? It's like a poem. There's very little room for error in trying to get it just right, which is awesome. It's really fun. And then she says, but was there a particular phrase or word he was most proud to sneak into the first moments of The Last Jedi? He's like, it would be funny if it was poop. Which would be a first for the Star Wars universe. That's the whole crawl, just the word poop. So I feel like you guys are.
We would have gotten along except for his name.
But then he answered seriously, turning to the side to avoid being caught on camera, mouthing even one word from the highly secretive script. Decimated, he said, and he looked quite proud. Hell yeah, I like that.
Okay.
So yeah, that was it. But I thought that was interesting because
More shout out to Meredith.
Yeah,
Worked
shout
with
out
her
to
on
her.
Vox.
I hope she's doing
Worked
well.
with her on Vox for quite a while.
Vox?
Yeah, she was at IO9 for a while. Good to see her over here now.
I'm a big fan of IO9.
Yeah?
Yeah. My favorite source of news for this show. Because they got everything I want in one fucking place. I got this from there too, this next story.
Next story comes
Also
from
Star
Instagram.
Wars related.
Real Ron Howard. That's right, Opie. From the Andy Griffith Show. Can we also talk about that for a second? That Ron Howard has somehow covered like 4 generations of entertainment. Like how can one man be so prolific and so good at everything he does?
That is so true. I'll never forget.
Andy Griffith, Happy Days, and then he makes all these goddamn awesome movies.
I grew up with Happy Days on Nick at Night.
Yeah.
Right? It might as well have come out right then. Of course, we've talked about this before. Nobody realized it was shot in the 80s.
Yeah.
Everyone thought it was shot.
I thought it was a period piece.
Yeah, exactly. But it wasn't. And then when I found out that he's actually a fucking badass director, I'm like, that's just too much power for one man.
Right.
And now directing a Star Wars movie, let alone the Han Solo movie, which obviously I wish it was the other guys and whatever, a bunch of bullshit. But I'm ready for this. Seeing fucking Donald Glover, Lando Calrissian there.
That's
I
him.
fucked up saying
He's in a Gordon's fisherman jacket. He's about to go get some deadliest catch crabs. And they are looking right into some kind of metal tube there that Ron Howard's looking at.
I'm just hyped, man. I love that we're in an age where we get things like this.
I
Just
thought
Ron Howard
you said
chilling.
this is the first. Oh, this is the first one he put up. Is that the deal? I saw one yesterday of Chewie in the room looking at something too, while they were working on something. I thought that was the
Young
first shot.
Chewie?
Huh?
Nothing.
That
a
might
young
be
Chewie.
Last Jedi.
But it mentioned Ron Howard again. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
I just
don't know.
kept on scrolling. I'm like, tell me about Superman. I don't know what's happening. You know, wasn't it?
That's true.
But this is it. Look at that. Yeah, Lando Calrissian.
So, Warren Pulaski says, I like seeing Tim's hand in Greg's square. It makes him look like Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, he did super long arms.
That's fun. That's cool. This is a good show.
Oh, man.
Next story comes from the one and only James Gunn, friend of the show. Mm-hmm. He says he's been getting a lot of questions. He was venting today. He gets too many questions that won't be answered for years and years.
Yeah.
Why do you ask them?
So he was doing like a weird Q&A thing, and he answered a whole bunch of stuff. And yeah, he eventually was just like, guys, like, don't ask stupid-ass questions that you know I can't give you the answer to. But someone did say, hi, there are rumors about a reboot of the Marvel Cinematic Universe after Infinity War Part 2. Is this true, or will there be a big future after that? And he goes, not true. The Guardians, at least, will continue on. And then later, like, what about a soft reboot?
Spider-Man himself,
perhaps?
Spider-Man himself there pops up. It's a soft reboot, perhaps?
Spidey
after you?
NYC. And he goes, nice try, but no, I'm not sure what a soft reboot is. And then they keep going back and forth. He's like, no, it's not going to be like that. Like, it's going to be the Guardians, not a different Guardians
Maybe
team.
different Guardians? No, same Guardians. This is where now it makes more sense where he was like, I just caught the end thing when he's like, why are you guys asking questions you know I will never be able to answer?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad they got
So-
that out of the way then.
I mean, it's interesting stuff. We've known for a while that he said that Volume 3 of Guardians of the Galaxy would be after Avengers 4. And that was kind of big news just because like we hadn't known anything past that. And I also assumed that there'd be a reboot. Still kind of think there might be something.
Something's gonna happen. Why has
There
Tony
has
got
to
the
be.
arc reactor in his chest again? It's gone.
What?
In the images that have been leaked. The images of him, Cumberbutt, and the guy Cumberbutt's best friend from fucking Doctor Strange. Tony's got the arc reactor back in his chest. But if you remember, in the Marvel movies that of course nobody ever references again or make any references to, back to the Game Over Greg show topic that's coming out soon. Like he took out the arc reactor, he didn't need it anymore. So why is it back in his chest?
I'm sure.
What's going on?
I'm sure they'll explain.
I mean, it's just a convenient place to
I
have
think it's
it.
that they go back in time and that's when they're gonna redo the timeline and then fuck it all up.
You think they fuck it all up?
No, I mean not fuck it up, but I mean they're
Oh my
gonna
God, you think they could do it?
shake out the universe so different things can happen. We get different people in there and do all these different things.
I'm excited for Infinity War, man.
Yeah.
Because I wonder what they're going to do. So far in the Marvel universe, there hasn't been too many deaths. You know, and,
Yeah.
like death is, they try to avoid that. But there's a lot of rumors that people are dying in this movie.
Yeah.
But it's like, but then when you're dealing with the Infinity Stones, they can do some reversal bullshit quite easily.
You think Avengers
Put
5
up
or
the Kev
6?
cam. Put up the Kev cam. I like seeing your face when you talk to us.
You think Avengers... You can, though. You can still see me. You like them seeing my face.
Like, why do you do that? Like,
You
why do
know,
you argue the
so-
stupidest of the semantics? You know exactly what I'm saying. Yes.
You think they bring them back? Like, they kill people, and then, like, Avengers 6 or something, they bring people back?
I think they bring
It
them
becomes
back.
a big deal? You
I
think they come...
In this
I
movie.
think they die in Avengers 3 and come back in Avengers 4. You know?
Is nothing sacred?
I don't know.
Can't
No
death
one
be
cares anymore.
sacred?
Speaking of comics, Greg Way, let's talk about comics. It's a Wednesday show. This is where we talk about comics. I'm super excited about it. I wanted to throw something out there. I added this in late. I saw it on IGN as we were getting ready because I was letting you assemble the stories.
Yeah.
And I saw this one. Kevin, can you open the link I just put into comics? I call it Comics NPD.
Give me 1 second.
Over on IGN, Jesse Sheedin. I always just knew him as Jesse. I met him a few times at IGN.
Oh.
Comics guy. Diamond Comics has released its sales figures for June 2017. This is like NPD for comics, which we never talk about, or I never talk about any of the shows. I thought maybe jump into them in the comics
cool,
episode.
let's try.
Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man #1, proved to be the top-selling comic of the month with an estimated 224,620 copies sold. Numbers using Comic Ron. Then they got a top 10 over here, right? So it's Peter Parker, Dark Days The Forge, which I don't even know, Star Wars, Darth Vader #1, Batman #24, which is the one that starts that whole war of jokes and riddles, The Dark Knight 3, The Master Race #9, Batman 25, all right, Edge of Venomverse #1, Secret Empire 4, Secret Empire 5, and then The Walking Dead 168.
Which was a good issue.
Yeah, Walking Dead's
enjoyed it
Walking
a lot,
Dead
man.
back on track.
Back.
You know what I
Back,
mean? Not that
baby.
it was ever off track, but it was doing the thing what Kirkman likes to do, where it's like, hey, we're gonna get it. There's gonna be a lot of fat here, and then we're gonna cull it
Yep.
back down so we can get back to what you care about. And we get going on this stuff. So that's exciting.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it makes sense with Spider-Man Homecoming that people are going to be excited about Spider-Man. And
Yeah.
this,
Well,
I'm sure they timed this series.
sure. We talked about this on one of the shows, right? Or I guess we talked about it last week. At some point we've talked about this on a show. But the fact that Spectacular Spider-Man, I didn't know anything about. You told me it was trying to get back to the roots because Amazing had gotten off. I went and read the Amazing stuff, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, this is not what I want out of Spider-Man. But Spectacular Spider-Man was awesome.
Yeah.
Human Torch
I still
jokes.
haven't tried it yet, so.
You should do it. Jump in.
Yeah, you
Issue
were
2's
telling
out
me
today
about
too.
last week. What's
It's on
up?
my
Oh,
pull list.
cool.
Issue
Okay.
2's out today.
All right.
So,
Very cool.
Big Tim. Let's talk about some comics.
Let's talk about some comics.
Everyone's required reading, of course, was Deadly Class, Volume 1. Extra credit was to read Volume 2. Did you do the extra credit?
I did not do the extra credit. I
Okay.
read Volume 1.
I had read.
I've been busy.
My thing
I had
goes
to read
with
this
Deadly
last night.
Deadly Class. I believe, Kevin, do you remember? Because you and I got in the same time when I got into it, right?
I think you had read Volume 1. You were like, Deadly Class is really good. You were talking about it for like a month, and I was like, I'm gonna get on this train.
Yeah. I forget if it was I think it might have just been, I was in a comic shop and I asked
Yeah.
the audience what to do or asked the person at the comic
think
shop.
I think you asked the person at the comic shop, and they
Yeah.
were like, read this, man. It's good.
All right, cool. When I picked up Deadly Class and loved it and started talking about it, you picked it up. You loved it. I got into Volume 2, got distracted, and then Kevin got incredibly hooked and read all the way through all the graphic novels that are out so far, right? Because it's obviously a monthly book still coming out. You can get other stuff there.
It's fucking awesome.
So it's ongoing. There's
Yeah.
currently 5 volumes.
5 volumes
Correct.
and I think an additional like 4 issues.
Yeah, we're coming up on Volume 6. Will be released
Okay.
in September.
And it's monthly. Do they take long breaks?
I don't know. I've only read through the graphic novel.
I think that they recently took a break of like 2 or 3 months. So I think I stopped reading back in March,
Okay.
and then it was gonna pick up in like summer, and like there's 2 issues out now, and it's phenomenal.
Cool, Greg. Did you read any?
Cool, Greg. For
cool,
shame.
Forgot the iPad here last night.
Oh, okay. That's acceptable. That's okay.
Yeah, I read Volume 1.
Okay. What did
So
you
you read
think?
Volume 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Okay. I loved it.
Yeah, me too.
This so far, I think my favorite of the required readings.
Oh,
I
wow.
like it better than Paper Girls, and
Okay.
I liked it better than Lock and Key. There's a lot of similarities to Lock and Key.
Yeah.
I thought there's certain times when I was reading it. The weird thing about doing this weekly comic required reading thing is that
Yeah.
you only get a little bit into it, and then you start off in something else.
Yeah.
And it threw me off because there's a character that's very similar in Lock and Key and in this.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute, am I remembering this wrong? And I was telling Kevin earlier, like, there's a lot of material in this, and I feel like every issue, like, even though I read the graphic novel, like, you can tell where the issues start and end because
Yeah.
everyone is so different than the next one.
Yeah.
And I got lost a lot, where I was just like, wait a minute. And I actually went back and was like trying to look at things and be like, how do they relate to each other or whatever. And I definitely think I need to reread it to catch on to everything.
What I found interesting in this is, I read this a long time ago, months ago now, right? And then started in Volume 2 or whatever. I was like, okay. And then going back last night, instead of jumping into this, I picked right back up with Volume 2 to kind of jumpstart see how much I can remember. And I like Volume 2 so much better than Volume 1. Because Volume 2, I thought just was better at getting to, hey, all right, here's Marcus and here's what he's going through, and it doesn't get
Yep.
as convoluted, and it's more of a here's what's going on. Because obviously in this one they have so much to introduce.
Set up and shit.
Of like here's this character, here's the school, here's Marcus. If you didn't read it or didn't want to, it's set in the 80s in San Francisco. Marcus is a homeless dude, gets brought into this underground school for assassins, and there's a bunch of different characters there that then he has relationships with and go out and have adventures and stuff like that and do drugs and have the sex and stuff. It's sexy and murders and there's blood. And
Yeah.
his past comes back to haunt him.
There's a lot going on, man. And
Right.
my favorite thing about it is the colors. I love
yeah.
the use.
Really nice art style.
Yeah.
The art style is great, but specifically the coloring of it. I love how every single panel has a color tone that they choose to use, and they make sure that every panel together really creates an emotion via the use of color. And there's one of the issues, he goes on a really bad acid trip.
Right.
And that's when the colors really shine. And I was like, wow, they did a really great job of making me feel uneasy even reading this shit.
Damn, I was hoping I could just get the acid. Well, here it is. That's when it starts, right? Or he's already on it.
Yeah, he's
All
on
hell's
full on.
breaking loose.
But this shit's dark as fuck. It is
Very
real as
dark.
fuck. And I'm like, man, it's kind of fucked up.
Oh, it's super fucked up.
Constantly.
Yeah, no, it's super, super fucked up. But that's what's endearing about it, I think, in a way, right? Because it is. Somebody said, "Oh, it's like Wanted," and it's like, yeah, in a way, I guess, kind of. This is much more like, no, it's more like Harry Potter for assassins.
Yeah.
Like here's come here, and
with
this
the
is
school
what
aspect of it.
exactly. There's actual classes, and you need to kill it, and here's your assignment. And
Did
go
you
do
read
this.
Wanted?
Yeah, way back in the day when the movie
came out.
Yeah,
God, those are so different. The movie and that comic.
right. Yeah.
Another thing I really liked that they did with the art was there'd be panels, and especially when he was on the drug trip, there'd be panels where you see motion, like a character moving from getting up off of a bed and then walking out of a room
Yeah.
around someone else, and you would see every frame of them doing it, but it was all in one panel. So it's like instead of wasting the space of doing a whole bunch of shit of seeing the motion, it was like, oh, cool. Obviously, he's getting up and going out the door.
Yeah.
And it made sense that it looked like that. I've never seen that done before.
Yeah, I like this. This is a really one of my favorite scenes. I think in there, of him trying to save or pick up the guy, which he does. Spoilers, but how they have the panels cascading down there, really showing pandemonium, people freaking out, stuff to that effect.
Yeah.
But no, really good. I'm glad. And Kevin, you've read, like you said, through 5. You said 5's even better than 2, right? Does it get better? Does it slow down? What are we doing?
So I feel like I'm having trouble remembering where because so much happens. I
Sure.
think at the end of 4, shit gets really crazy, and then the current stuff, like the issues, the last 2 issues that just came out,
Yeah.
are phenomenal and make me happy. The reason why I recommend this is because it has that high school drama that I know Tim loves.
Yeah.
And the fact that I knew you liked it. I was hoping that getting you to reread this would get you to catch up.
Yeah.
So hopefully it leads to that.
Yeah, I think it will.
I want to get on this. I think I
Yeah.
might make this one of my comics that I actually
Yeah.
get
I
every
mean,
month.
it's really good. And just for anyone that liked it, it only gets better. It's so good. The character development's awesome, and
Well, it's
The-
what
the
you
stories,
you
yeah.
bring in a great point there. I think of the high school aspect of it. It
Yeah.
reminds me a lot of Persona in the way of hey, here's something unbelievable that's happening in these kids' lives that they need to do, but they also are still kids.
Yeah.
And they are still worried
Yeah.
about liking each other. And again, Volume 2 plays that so well.
Yeah.
All this over a boy, it's
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah, what a fucking cool thing as they battle to the death kind of thing.
Yeah.
Can you do the Skycam?
Sky Camp.
yeah, give me a second.
No, sorry.
Turn myself on.
This is an example of what I was talking about with the motion in
Skycam.
one frame, where it's what's happening here, of him shooting people and then just walking out, but it's all in one thing.
Sure.
Super fucking cool.
Yeah. No. Really well done.
There it is.
You got it there at the end.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, it took me a couple tries. I gotta color code these somehow.
Yeah, that'd be helpful. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. There was a lot of parts that kind of lost me.
Sure.
But that was just because I wasn't doing a good job reading it.
Yeah.
I feel like it was really good, and it was doing a good job of explaining everything. But yeah, I think a reread.
Well, it's the same thing of
really
just,
benefit.
and especially after going back and reading 2, I think, where I think there's so many characters here and so many interpersonal relationships and so many connections that even for me, I don't have I think Volume 2 did such a better job of making me like, oh, right, this is Marcus, and this is why I liked him, and this is who it is, and this is Maria, and you know what I mean? Like, there's like spokes coming off of his wheel, whereas here, there's so many different wheels as you figure out who the headmaster is, who this is, what's that guy, this homeless dude, okay, why am I on this, you know what I mean? There's so many different things connected to it.
There was also a lot of characters, and I feel like by the end, there's not that many characters.
Yeah.
So I think that's another thing, too, where
Exactly,
I can
yeah.
imagine Volume 2 being easier to take in because of that. Yeah, again, I am so blown away just by the coloring of it because it's impressive. Like, it just looks cool, and it guides you through in a way that, in addition to just the art being good and the words being great,
Yeah.
like it guides you and makes you feel how you're supposed to feel, and like that's something that comics don't do that often. I think Saga is a good example of one that does that, but this shit's on another level.
So you think this game does a better job of directing
Yes.
where your emotions should
Yep.
be and how
Yeah,
you
yeah,
should
yeah.
be feeling? That's interesting.
Through the use of color exclusively. Yeah, very cool. I like the characters a lot.
Yeah.
I like how they're all twisted stereotypes. You know, where
Yeah,
it's
yeah, of
like
course.
they look like you expect them to, but they act a little bit different than that. But they're still kind of
Like as the
Series.
series progresses, like I feel like they dive into that and like you get to see more of like they're not just stereotypes. This is what made them who they are, and it's like that's why I think Deadly Class is so great.
Well, that's what's interesting. In the chat right now, at Ryan DBoss says, kind of sick of tired stereotypes, though. The Cliques disappointed me. Like, the Cliques, that's high school, right? And isn't
Yeah.
that I mean, because they go through the whole thing when he gets there of like,
There's the Mean
these are the
Girls
preps,
moment.
and these are the,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
But even then, I feel like their team forms out of like the not the losers, but like the people that are kind of cast out of those cliques. They're
Sure.
like not trying to hang out. So this is like a diverse group, which I guess is very like Breakfast Club.
yeah,
But,
exactly.
like
I mean,
that works. That's like
it's tried and true and it fucking works. But like the group that ends up going to Vegas and the experience that they have in Vegas, it's like that. I liked that because it immediately broke the, the Asians are with the Asians and everything like that. So it's cool.
But like even that makes sense in the sense that like these are all like kids coming from families of like not gangsters,
Fucked
but
up
like,
gang
yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
In 80s San Francisco.
Yeah,
I
so
also
they're
really
gonna
like
stay
the
with
San
their clique,
Francisco
yeah.
shit.
I totally forgot about that till when I was into the second volume. I was like, oh, right, yeah, this was all set in San
Yeah,
Francisco.
and they do a good job. Like I think the artist or writer or someone must be from San Francisco, like specifically the artist, because there's so much shit where I'm like, oh wow, I know where that is.
Exactly. Yeah, the Escape from New York Pizza and
The
stuff like
the
that.
place where the homeless guy that gets killed.
Yeah,
like his little. I mean,
You were supposed to do the reading. It's fine.
His where he lives is exactly where we shot the Lucy Camp video.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Yeah, yeah. They've cleaned it up though.
Yeah, a little bit different than the 80s.
A little bit different. Yeah. In the chat, Spicy Ty says, do you have a character you like the most?
I like the design of the Maria.
Yeah.
I think her name is.
Yeah, Maria.
Yeah,
the
I
Latin
like-
girl,
I
right?
like
Yeah, who
her.
uses the fan as a weapon
Yeah,
and all that stuff.
big fan of
yeah.
that.
What's the name of the Japanese girl?
That's what I was trying to remember, because now I like her a lot based on how much she's...
Yasu.
Yasu? How much she's used in Volume 2.
Sayu. Sayu. S-A-Y-U.
Sounds like you're having a
That
stroke.
sounds right. It's-
It's 4
you
letters.
Sayu.
4 letters. I think there's a Y and an S somewhere in there.
I feel like we're supposed to like her,
100%.
Yeah.
and I hate
100%.
how much it works.
No, yeah,
that's
I was a
funny.
big fan of her. I like Marcus just because,
I like Marcus.
Cancer Cookie says the main character seemed a little too Holden Caulfield to me, too overly edgy. I agree with that. I don't really like Marcus
Really?
at all. But again, I
But,
think
like,
that's kind of the point.
You got to keep reading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of how fucked up the rival character is.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like that scene of him just fucking opens and he's fucking a goat. It's like, that's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
And the scene of him like touching himself, looking at
Dogs.
dog
Yeah,
shows.
like the
I'm
Westminster
this
Dog
is
Show.
fucked
Yeah, yeah.
up, man.
Really disturbing shit.
Yeah.
All right.
God.
Spicy Ty says Saya. Yeah.
Saya.
Saya.
Or Saya. However you wanna pronounce
S-A-Y-A.
that. Yes,
Yep,
S-A-Y-A.
there we go.
Yeah.
So I was almost there.
You're right there.
With
You're
my
on the, you're
stroke.
in them. Yeah, you're right. Now, I love Deadly Class. I'm excited that this reminded me that I need to get back to it. I just got distracted, got pulled away. But yeah, I still have 3, 4, and 5 all loaded up on the iPad, ready to go.
Booster Cola says read Kick-Ass. Have you read Kick-Ass?
Yeah, way back in the day. The original Kick-Ass?
Yeah. Volume 1 is so good. Or wait, Kick-Ass 1, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the other
I'm a
ones
fan of the entire Kick-Ass
I never
series.
read Kick-Ass 3.
Kick-Ass 3 is my least favorite.
Yeah.
Hit Girl's good. 2 is great.
Kick-Ass 2
Is fucking great.
Like that, again, that was another time where I was reading it and I was like, I don't know if I can keep reading this shit. This is so intense.
Yeah. No, it's really fucked up, but it's so good. But I love that they kept the world going.
Yeah.
And the Kick-Ass is interesting to me because the movie I enjoyed just as much as the book. Like, it's one of the rare examples. This and Scott Pilgrim were the only two things to me where I'm like, I don't prefer one over the other. I think both are really good, and they're
their
both
own
really
ways, yeah.
different. Like, Kick-Ass, the comic, is fucking brutal.
Yeah.
The movie's brutal, too, for movie standards.
Sure, yeah,
But, I
yeah.
mean, the comic is fucked up.
Fucked
Yeah.
And it's Kick-Ass 2, the movie's not good. And the comic's fucking fantastic.
Really?
And it's so bad. Like, it makes you
and I
feel
think,
fucked up.
I think that the problem was Kick-Ass 1, the things they changed made it like so Kick-Ass 2 had to like start a little different.
Exactly.
And they went too far. They deviated too far from the path.
Yeah.
Have you read Watchmen?
Yes.
There-
But yeah, Watchmen's
So
another-
yeah, that's another example where I feel like the end of Watchmen comic, and like I'm a big fan of Watchmen the movie, which I know is somewhat controversial.
Everyone here agrees.
We've
Yeah.
talked about that
Yeah.
before on shows. Yeah.
But yeah, the way that Watchmen the movie ends makes so much more sense. But yeah, there's a couple things that like
The comic does better.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, it's definitely interesting. But
So where
I
should we-
recommend you watch Kick-Ass or read Kick-Ass.
Well, where do we want to go for next week with required reading? We can leave it
Volume
open.
2 of Deadly Class.
We can leave it open. And then extra credits, volume 3. We leave it open. Let's see if the chat has any things we want to jump into together. We see what chat you want to shout out. Graphic novels. Right there, the almighty K-Fish says Wicked and Divine would be awesome for next week.
Wicked and Divine is one that I've never gotten into.
neither.
I bought volume like 1 through 3,
Oh, really?
and then I never read it.
I've always heard good things. I've never read it.
Huh.
What's it about?
I don't know.
It's like a world where gods like exist and they like regenerate every like couple, I think it's like every century, and this time they've regenerated into like pop stars.
Oh, that sounds like
So I feel like some
Yeah, I
shit
think
Tim
that's
would
why
love, yeah.
someone pitched Pop Stars.
So
to
it's
them,
like
and I don't mind.
Lucifer is like a rock star or something like that, and
Here we go. I'm going to read you the description for The Wicked and the Divine, Volume 1, The Faust Act. Every 90 years, 12 gods incarnate as humans. They are loved. They are hated. In 2 years, they are dead. The team behind the critical tongue tractors like Young Avengers and Phonogram reunite to create a world where gods are the ultimate pop stars and pop stars are the ultimate gods. But remember, just because you're immortal doesn't mean you're going to live forever.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Yeah, sure.
It's only $3.99. Volume 1 is $3.99 in Comics Unlimited right now, or Comixology. So there you go. That's what I'm picking up. It is on Comixology Unlimited. It's free with the membership if you're a part of that. And there is a free trial for Comixology Unlimited, so you can do it that way. So there you go. The Wicked and the Divine, as recommended in the chat, is now it. Who recommended Everett Austin?
something I want to put a pin in, and I know that we've all read it, but Private Eye. We should do Private Eye
As a thing.
as a
Yeah.
required
Sure.
reading because Private
that,
Eye
yeah.
is
And you can get it for
phenomenal.
free, right? Because it's name your own price over
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
it is.
site. Yeah.
But give him some
That's a
money.
good one.
Throw
That's a
some
good one.
cash.
All right, cool.
And at some point too, I want to do Sex Criminals.
The Almighty K-Fish, congratulations. You picked The Wicked and Divine. That's you.
Thank you for that. Finally getting me to read it.
Yeah, Sex Criminals Volume 1 would be great. There's a whole bunch of good. There's a lot of good shit we need to read.
Yep. So, Greg, what are you excited about this week?
This week, here's what I'm excited about. Number 1, Generation Gone. Have you heard of this book? I hadn't heard of this book either until we saw our good friend Andre tweeting about it.
Okay.
Andre's the guy who drew all the Kind of Funny references in Spider-Verse and drew them
awesome.
into Spidey and all that different things. This is his new book he's doing. It's issue number 1, comes out today. It's 55 pages. Summary, America 2020. 3 young hackers with nothing to lose. A secretive scientist with a plan, one final job. What happens when you're poor, angry, and get superpowers you never asked for? Skins plus Unbreakable equals Generation Gone, sort of. If you also include multiple trips to the sun, weird black goo, a breakup fight inside a nuclear factory, love, hate, anger, loss, and survival. Generation Gone is Generation Gone is for every kid struggling out there. It's about what it means to be young in the USA in 2017.
All right.
So it's like millennials or whatever with superpowers all of a sudden. So I've been looking forward to that. Pre-ordered them all, the ones when he announced that was coming out. Then for superhero stuff that I'm always on, Trinity issue 11 comes out, and that's been a great run. There's a new Super Sons, which I've been enjoying. There's the next issue of Batman number 27's out with the whole jokes and riddles thing. But if I'm picking one that I have been looking forward to and I don't know much about, it's Generation Gone. You?
Cool. For me, Power Rangers 17. We're finally at a point where we are ending one of the storylines, the arc that's been going on.
Yeah.
It's been fucking fantastic. Moving on to the next one. Greg, can you pull this up?
No.
No, you can't, he said.
Okay. Anyways, we're moving on to the next era, and it's cool. We're a couple issues away from getting here, but they revealed the cover of it, and you just see the Red Ranger with his mask and in his visor. You see the moon, and it's going back to the original Power Ranger team in 1969. Before then, and so it's interesting. They're doing some cool stuff. Where I'm like, great, this is interesting. And there's like a team that's a Soviet KGB agent, British singer, like pop star, a war veteran, a student, and the head secretary at NASA. So it's like can you scroll down a bit? Yeah, there we go. Like, that's freaking cool.
That is real cool.
And it's probably gonna go back to like when Rita and them were on the moon, because if you remember in the opening.
How can I forget?
Well, you actually probably know this. It opens with Rita coming out of the space dumpster. Yeah, that's on the moon. So
okay, I didn't know that.
So
part.
there's some cool stuff there. But the reason I'm excited for this is this franchise has been killing it. This take on Power Rangers is the best Power Rangers thing ever to exist.
Okay.
And I say that a lot about stuff, but I feel like Transformers, Ninja Turtles, and Power Rangers, their current ongoing comic series are their best iterations they've ever had. Because it's made by people that want to give these characters depth and want to have stories that are more than just... Like, these stories are what I remember Power Rangers being, even though it's not. Filling in all the gaps and using imagination. It's awesome, and the arc that just ended has been fantastic, and it deals with a bunch of parallel realities, which can get a little bit like trite and shit. They did a great job with it, and it kept me on the edge of my seat the whole way through. Anytime they had little things, I'm like, man, like it's not just Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, it's like all the Power Ranger shit together, and it kind of makes it feel like a much larger world that they live in and that they actually give a fuck about.
Okay.
And it's really cool. Boom Studios makes it, which is a...
They've been doing that. Yeah, they do. No, they don't do Ninja Turtles. IDW does.
No, IDW does Ninja Turtles. So yeah, Boom Studios. This is the only thing I know that they do, but they're doing a great job. There was another mini series called Pink Ranger.
Yeah.
And that was what happened after the original Pink, Yellow, and Black Ranger left.
Okay.
In like season 2 or whatever, and like what happened with them, and it's really cool and interesting. They did a good job with it. So highly recommend the series. You should check it out. Catch up to here. Tweet at me. Let me know what you think.
Tweet it at him. On your recommendation, I jumped into Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
The original
Volume
Spider-Man. Yeah. I liked it a lot. I enjoyed that a lot. Now, here's the thing, and then I jumped into Spider-Man Volume 2 now, or whatever, the new one or whatever. Still enjoying it, interested. I'm super confused. So, Spider-Verse that's what brought people together into the universes?
No. So, the Ultimate Universe eventually just collapsed.
Okay.
Like Galactus came and devoured universes or whatever, and they somehow survived that. I don't remember how. But then when Civil War 2 happened, there was a situation where it just it like brought over. There was that. I didn't read the whole Civil War 2 because it kind of sucked.
Okay.
But something happened where it got rid. The Ultimate Universe does not exist anymore.
Okay.
Period.
Gotcha.
But there's a whole bunch of those people that are now in 616.
They got pulled in.
Yeah.
And
so Miles Morales is 616
I know that.
now.
Yeah. You said I knew that. You mentioned Aunt May and Gwen.
Aunt May and Gwen are there. There's a whole bunch of other characters.
Do they remember the other world?
Oh yeah.
Does the other world know that they're from a different universe?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Very weird.
It's just how it goes. Because there's Aunt May, there's Gwen, Reed Richards is there, and in the Ultimate Universe, Reed Richards turns fucking crazy, and he's one of the biggest villains in Ultimate Marvel, and now he's flipped good and bad a couple times, but I think at this point he's bad.
Okay.
And he's over in
Secret War.
Secret War is what it was. That's what it was, not Civil War 2.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. It got really
I'm
complicated.
very confused. I need to find something to read about this. I need to understand more.
Yeah,
I need to understand.
I don't know that you do because it really doesn't matter. It was just a way. Honestly, what you need to know
Yeah.
is there was a couple fan favorite characters in the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah.
And they're like, fuck, this series needs to stop. So how can we just get people over? And that's what they did. Like
Okay.
the characters I named are the only ones that you need to know.
So with Aunt May and Gwen, then what?
They're there for future plot lines.
Okay, okay.
Of Spider-Man shit. They're not a part of it. They're not actively in it.
Okay. Okay.
They're just fucking.
Does
they're just
Peter know
there.
they're there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Very confusing.
But it's like, it doesn't get brought up much.
okay. Okay.
It's
Here's my next one
A
for
lot.
you. Let's go back to Spider-Verse.
yes,
You know I'm a big Spider-Gwen fan.
yes,
So the whole thing where Peter dies and tells her he just wanted to be like her,
Yeah.
which is like in her every Marvel book where they recap, you know,
Yeah.
at the very beginning. Was that ever anywhere?
Spider-Verse.
Like in a because like the best I can find on the internet is that she was in this the Tales from the Spider-Verse issue 2.
That's
and I
where
go
she
there
comes from.
and
That's her origin.
okay, I go there and it's still just a panel of hey, I want to be like you. What was there?
Oh. I mean, that might be it because so there was never an actual.
I'm bitten. I'm doing this. I'm
Yeah,
Spider-Gwen.
no. It was just flashback stuff of her explaining. Like she had her own story, but it was in flashbacks. It was never in the here's the event as it's happening. Her first appearance is her with the Mary Janes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's,
Weird. I find that to be as somebody who's like, I really like this character and I want to know everything about it. And blah, blah. I feel constantly left out because I'm like, where
There's
the
not
fuck
much-
did this happen?
She started in Spider-Verse and she had the Spider-Gwen miniseries and then the Spider-Gwen ongoing.
Then I've read
and that's
everything.
it.
I'm right there. Fine.
And then
Whatever.
she's done a lot of crossovers with not a lot, but there's been some crossovers with Spider-Man, which is just Miles Morales.
Yeah, no, I know
Which is
that,
the
yeah.
best Spider-Man comic right now.
Okay. If you didn't know, this has been the Kind of Funny Morning Show. Each and every weekday here on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames, we run you through the things we want to talk about. Then if it's Wednesday, we talked about comics. Then we jump into the chat to answer questions, comments, and concerns with the patented Moriarty 3 and 3. But between those things, we also tell you who the best friend of the day is, and we give away video games. How do you win the video games? It's simple. Be in the chat like so many of you are right now. Or if you want 3 other ways to win, or maybe you're watching us later on youtube.com/kindoffunny or a podcast service around the globe, you can have 3 other ways to win. So here's it goes. Be in the chat like you are right now, or subscribe to us on Twitch. If you subscribe to us, you support the dream. Plus, you get the Kind of Funny logo against your name. Cool emotes, private chat time with us. You get to play multiplayer games with us, like many of you will one day. And you get the show no ads unless we bake them in. Heads up, we're about to bake one in.
Hell yeah, we are.
You also then, though, get automatically entered to win everything we give here. You don't have to be here. We pull from the list. Everybody has a great time. If you don't want to be here again, go to patreon.com/kindoffunny or patreon.com/kindoffunnygames. Every $2 subscriber there and up is entered to win everything we give away here without ever having to be here. So, right now, I'm going to tell you the best friend. We need you to go to kindoffunny.com/bestfriend where you can nominate a best friend who's doing something awesome in the community. This was a nomination filed by Jamie, aka Skizype. Jamie has nominated Joanne K. Huff. Is that how you say it? Hugh Huff? Hugh? Ruff is how you'd say it, so Huff I'm gonna say.
Huff.
Here we go. Nude Love is another one of those unsung heroes on the subreddit. He provides some of the most thought-provoking discussions in the comment sections and does not care if his opinion is controversial or not. Even when disagree with him, and surely some of you have, Nude Love is never disrespectful, nor does he resort to attacking someone's belief, unlike much of the internet. He is a fantastic example of how to have a civil conversation with someone you don't agree with. He owns his opinions and is thoughtful with his criticisms. Shout out to Nude Love. Shout out to Nude Love. Shout
I
out
agree
to
with
Nude
it.
Love.
Nude Love does kill it on the Reddit. I see him all the time, and I agree with everything said there.
Okay.
He's fantastic. So
Next, we're going to
thank
give
you.
away Friday the 13th on PC. But first, go Tim.
This giveaway is brought to you by Verve. Verve is made by the team over at Crunchyroll. It's all your favorite channels together, whether it's Funimation, Rooster Teeth, Crunchyroll, all that stuff. You get it all in one place.
All in one
It's a good
place.
deal. You can watch it anywhere. You can your PS4, your Xbox One, your desktop, your mobile. They make it easy for you. It's a good way to support some of your favorite creators. From Crunchyroll to Funimation, Rooster Teeth to CISO to Cartoon Hangover, there's so much premiere, awesome content you can get on Verve. You can watch Attack on Titan on Funimation in dubbed, or you
Dubbed?
can watch it on Crunchyroll subbed next week we're gonna watch more of Attack on Titan season 2. The plan is, I want me and Nick to finish the season.
Oh, fuck yes.
We have 9 episodes left, so we got to figure that out.
Finally.
It's a lot.
I know, but I'm
What
down.
I'm thinking, Kevin, we'll have to figure this out. But I'm thinking next week
Yeah.
we'll do 2 days, 3 episodes each, and then the week after that, the final 3.
Sounds great.
Yeah, but we'll have to figure that out. Verve is available in all places I mentioned earlier. You can get a free 7-day trial of the Verve combo pack by going to verve.co/kindafunny. That's vrv.co/kindafunny. So there you go. You can get everything ad-free in HD. Do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Friday the 13th on PC is coming from the Twitch chat, and it's going to Dirty Platypus. Dirty Platypus.
Platypus.
That Dirty Platypus.
Good
Are you
Lord.
sending them, or do you want me to send it?
You do it, Big Kev Dog. How about that?
Consider it done.
Thanks, buddy. Let's jump into the tips before we get into 3 and 3 and get out of here for Kind of Funny Games Daily, which will cover all those Telltale comic games, by the way. Sean from Detroit gave us a tip and said lightsaber noises replaced by Owen Wilson. 54 seconds, fun clip material. Love, Sean.
This is
Put it in
definitely
there.
fun clip material.
All right, Kevin,
That link unfortunately did not come through on my
did
end.
not work out.
Can
Okay.
you post it and I can get that as soon as I'm done giving this kid?
Sure. Tim, can you do that? Red Rising 95. I'm friends with a girl at work. I have really strong feelings for her, but she has a BF. As a friend, should I tell her how I feel? Not trying to steal her away, I just need to get it off my chest.
Bro, if
no.
you're not trying to steal her away, walk away.
No, why would you don't bother telling her that? No, there's no reason to tell her she has a boyfriend, she's fine. Don't worry about this, don't be one of those guys. Don't do that.
Don't be one of them guys.
There's no what's the best case scenario there? She's gonna dump this boyfriend, go to you, and then you know that she's just a girl, or just not even a girl. She's just a significant other who is like, oh, I'm always waiting for the next best thing to come along. Because then guess what? There'll be somebody better than you one day that comes along. Or
That's not
the other
necessary.
side of the coin
Yeah.
is you just blow it up and
Bottom.
you destroy your relationship with her.
Don't do that.
Next tip comes from Charles J. Greetings, comic boys. I just want to say Tim's 23 memory fuck up on today's GOG was the best thing I've seen in a long time. Love you, Tim. Stay great. Heart.
Yeah.
What is he talking
That
about?
was one of the best things. The Jim Carrey moment I had on GOG.
That was hella
That was
funny.
really good. That was really good.
All right, we're ready to play this. if you
Here
guys
comes the
wanna
fun
see it.
clip that'll probably get us copyright strike.
Oh, fuck. Why? Hold on. I don't know why audio isn't playing.
Next tip comes from BH Gamer. No,
fixed it.
actually, it comes from G Gillis L. Birthday tax. Also, can I use the Kinda Funny logo as the cover for a Kinda Funny theme song I've been working on? If not, I completely understand. If yes, thanks. Love from Sweden. I'll leave that to you. Can you use the Kinda Funny logo for the cover of a Kinda Funny theme song he's been working on?
Yeah, sure.
Ready?
Yes.
This is the Owen Wilson thing.
Yep.
That's how it goes. Okay. BH Gamer TV gave a tip and said, a week into my new job as an office PA for the show Elementary. Oh, okay. Let me do that again. A week into my new job as a office PA for the show Elementary. 12+ hour days are killing me. Any advice to help me keep going forward? Red Bull coffee. Remember, you have a cool job, it sounds like.
Yeah.
You gotta power through with those
Power through.
situations.
Max Landis, you know, he has a similar thing, obviously, but he's showrunner, you know, but he does a lot of that at Carly Rae Jepsen. He's
Yeah.
all obsessed with
Yeah,
her.
listen to some
really
Carly
creepy
Rae.
ass images he's putting out, so go check that out. BS Ponton gave a healthy tip and said, hey guys, after listening to your content for years every day at work, I get to watch live. Dog trainer / breeder. P.S. If any of the best friends are looking for 4-legged best friends, championvizilas.com.
Good Lord. That's not a real word.
God forbid you breed a wiener dog for me, huh? You gotta breed these fucking
Oh
things.
my God.
These fucking killing machines. Look at that thing. It's out there ready to get somebody, if you know what I'm saying. Paul G gave a tip and said, hi guys, it's my birthday today. Yes, that means it's #Paul Day 2017. If you feel like celebrating with me, reply to me with what you're up to today. Whatever it may be. Hope everyone has a good one. The shouty emoji. Go get him, Paul G.
Kev, at the bottom of the morning show, I put a fun clip that we need to watch. It's about wiener dogs, and it's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
All right. Final tip of the day comes, at least unless you tip during Kind of Funny Games Daily, I'll read them later, from Twilord. Splatoon won Best Shooter of the Year. Greg won Best Personality at the VGAs. Splatoon 2 should spend some time on Greg. Hashtag gyro assisted micro adjustment master race ? Hashtag can I please get that option on Horizon sequel? You're a fucking weirdo.
Those were a lot of words.
Fucking weirdo.
Did
What are
you-
saying?
Do you have your Slack open?
Me?
Yeah, there was a tip yesterday that I sent you that we forgot to.
You sent it straight to me?
Yeah, directly to you, as one does. You want to?
Go.
Well, no, because I want him to watch this.
Okay.
Right? This seems like something he'd want
You
to
didn't
watch.
send it right to me. You.
For my personal, I think I.
Oh no, maybe you sent it from Control. You sent it from Control.
Sorry.
Yesterday we got a tip from Kebabs, like kebabs, and he says, Nick, hope you enjoyed Apes. I was an animator on that movie. It was barrels of fun. Tim, I platinumed the Insane Trilogy, including all the platinum relics. See ya on the VOD.
Wow.
Keep fucking that chick. He got cut off.
Yeah.
He's trying to say chicken. But
Damn,
he got cut.
Platinum
Chick.
Relics. That's crazy.
All right, boys. Want to watch? Ready
Yes.
to
Oh,
watch?
I saw this
video?
one today. This is
It's
a great
amazing.
one, this little wiener dog. Now, you might say, what's wrong with this dog? Nothing's wrong with him, of course. But see, he doesn't want to touch those grates. He knows those grates are bad news bears, so he's not going to touch that.
It seemed like he was trying to dive onto them as
No,
much.
he's
as hard as-
clearing them. He's going to clear them with,
He's
with
clearing
style.
up
Jesus
with
Christ.
fucking. Look at
That
his,
is beautiful.
It's the ears.
Yeah, it certainly is.
What a good looking pup dog. You know?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's phenomenal. Thank
Let's
you.
do the 3 and 3. We're running late. Kind of Funny Games Daily coming up. Talk about this telltale business. This is not a question, but here you go. Y Ro Kaz says if you have Amazon Prime, you get a week of unlimited comicsology for free upon first sign in, so you can read Wiccan the Divine before next week. Also, you can use your Amazon Prime to support us with Twitch Prime. Give us that free money, otherwise it's lost. It's just lost. Zyger says, I agree, Splatoon was a good game and Greg should play it, but there's got to be a way to say that with that better tipper, dude.
Blue Arrow says Kingdom Hearts 3 will be out July 2018. If you take the release of 2.5 and 2.8, it equals to 9 months per point, and that adds up to July 28 for 3.
Okay. Mr. Yasman 300, guys, who do you think is the most overhyped director or actor? My pick is Adam Wingard. I have no idea who the fuck that is.
Adam Wingard's the Death Note director. Is he really overhyped? I mean, he did great with Blair Witch. It's where I first saw him, and I like that a lot.
Mark Wahlberg.
Not a director.
Is that actor, director, or actor?
Oh, did it? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why do you hate Mark Wahlberg?
I don't know. That's what we talked about before on the
Yeah,
show.
no, I
Like,
know.
You know, I don't know why. It's just a thing where I just doesn't do it for me.
Kevin the Killer says, can anyone tell me what was the required reading for next week? It is
Yes.
The Wicked and the Divine.
The almighty
Volume 1.
K-Fish picked it for all of you. The Wicked and Divine. You can get it for free right now with Amazon Prime if you use your first sign-in on Comics Unlimited.
Also, if you have Comics Unlimited, it is.
It's just
free.
there too.
Luke Feltner
It's also on sale for $4.
says, 2 of my friends think Spider-Man 3 is better than 2. Do you have anything to say to them?
Fuck you. Just
Stupid.
fuck off.
You're stupid. Stop.
Take a toaster to
die.
the shower with you, because that's what you deserve.
Exactly.
No,
Mighty
don't
Mouse
do that.
56 says, are you guys worried about the apparent spam bot on the latest GOG topic video? Don't know
No.
what you're talking about. We're not worried. I'll look into it though.
I'll look into it. Remember Batman Begins? Great ending. Gave him the card. We all freaked out. It's awesome. There's spam bots on everything.
The Steve 9X says, Tim, as someone just getting into Tone Deaf, which album should I start with? Go to tonedeaf.bandcamp.com and I'd try out Cold Killed Collected. It's just kind of a mix of a bunch of things he did that are fairly modern, but they're not so modern because his newest album it's a bit more electronic. And that requires you to be a bit more familiar.
I put it into sub-only mode. One of the benefits of being our subscribers. Is a Rubatubi or whatever says Edge of Spider-Verse #2 is Gwen's origin story, and I think this is what I'm talking about.
Yep, it is.
So you understand what I'm saying here. Is that one just opens, and we're already into her thing, it's
Yep.
them Mary Janes. Okay, cool.
Well, because, yeah, it's just jumping around to different universes.
You think at this point they would have gone back and told that story by now. You know what I mean?
But no, it's Spider-Man. The last thing we need is freaking origin stories. We get it.
That's all. Every fucking episode starts. Oh, sure, I wanted to be like you, Gwen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know.
all
They
you
blame her for his death, but they didn't know he was a lizard. Like, why didn't they know he was a lizard? Was the lizard not out there doing stuff? Come on, man.
It makes sense.
Now, Super Jolly Max says Tim, Ant-Man, and Gwen aren't in 616.
I'm 99% sure they are.
Okay.
I'll have to look into this. But I'm pretty sure they are.
At Ryan Debaugh, Ryan spelled with a Y, says, I really like the discussion today. You finally found the right pace for Comic Day. Thank you. Didn't think the other ones were bad, you know, Cool Greg?
I think it's really good though.
All right. Well, you're on Ryan's side, huh? That's how you want to be.
I think it's because we were so into the comic.
I think we got through the news at a better pace. That we then had more time to talk about the comics.
But we talked for too long.
no. Danny O'Dwyer's in there just fucking whittling his
Senor
shillelagh.
Do you see he
Monkey Nut
came super
says,
early
if you
today?
guys were wrestlers, who would be the heels and faces? I think Kevin would be heel,
No.
while Sweet Boys Tim and Andy would be baby faces,
Oh, dude,
leaving
you're
Nick
so
to be the
wrong.
advocate for the best incarnate, Greg Miller.
No, I'm
Beast incarnate.
no. Come on now. My only thing I can bring to this is mic skills.
Yeah.
And yelling and being mean. I'd be a heel for
you have
sure,
to
but
be
I'd be
a
like
heel.
the loved heel.
Yeah.
I'd be like when Rock was heel, but you
Yeah.
loved him. He was so good at it. You know what I mean?
Can I be
Exactly.
your manager?
I don't need a manager. At some point, I'll team up with you and stuff. But I'll
Yeah,
turn
but
on
like
you.
I want.
Because you're definitely going to be a baby face.
Yeah.
Everyone's
See?
going to love you.
Yeah,
You're
100%.
you're Mikey Whipwreck. Everybody like, yeah, look at him go.
That's what I was
He's
gonna
doing
say.
it. He's living his
Look at
dreams.
who go.
Trying to find one more, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Lightside 39. Did anyone at Kinda Funny play Destiny 2 beta? What's your feeling on it? Andy played last night right here on twitch.tv/kindafunnygames for quite some
And
time.
he's going to talk about it a little bit today on the Kind of Funny Games cast.
Oh, wait!
If you're you are a patreon.com/Kind of Funny Games supporter, you can watch live today at 1:30.
Yeah, 1:30 is what we're doing for that one.
This is what we're aiming for. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It's got
So there we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's been the Kinda Funny Morning Show for Wednesday, July 19th. Tomorrow, I'll be down at San Diego Comic-Con. Come see me host the Call of Duty and Marvel Games panels over in 6 CDF, I believe is the thing. I tweeted it out earlier today. The shows will still be going because they are every weekday. We're running through the nerdy stuff we want to talk about, then jump into the chat to answer questions, comments, concerns. You could support us. It'd be a lot of help. It'd be great. We're going to go through and read all those subs right after we sign off here. And then I'm going to go put on a collared shirt and we're going to do Games Daily with Danny O'Dwyer. So until next time, no, it's been our pleasure to serve you.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.